There are many facts we don't know yet, but there's one that we do know, and that is that Mr. Tao is and has been an American citizen. There's not a dispute over that. There's no dispute that he was taken out of his house, forcibly taken out of his home, and driven around. And you can ask yourself, as you look at those pictures, is that good law enforcement to take an American citizen out of their home and drive them around aimlessly trying to determine what they can tell them? So we have attempted on numerous occasions, actually, I'm going to put these on the chair here. There's a letter that we sent to the federal government in February. Josh met with the ICE representatives. When did you meet? What month?
Early March.
Early March, asking for information. Basically, really all we want is reports. It's real simple. Just give us your reports and all the other data that he was talking about. Here's the thing. There are limits on ICE authority, just like there are limits on ours. We operate in that environment on a daily basis, knowing that we're limited by the Constitution, by laws, both federal and state, and we abide by them. When someone breaches those limits of authority, there are consequences. There are checks and balances. There is a federal court system that can provide a check and balance to ICE, but also the state and local authorities have the authority to provide a check and balance to what ICE does. When citizens call us and they say, hey, we think our rights have been abused, we have an obligation to follow up and find out what happened. So you've heard the term back in January, absolute immunity. There is no such thing as absolute immunity for federal agents. There's qualified immunity for all law enforcement in a lot of different capacities. But seizing a person out of their home who's an American citizen, they're not immune from that. So yes, we've taken this very seriously, and we followed up with the victim, the witnesses, and when we attempt to gather information from the federal government, we have not been successful. So this is the only route available, is to take the TUI request into federal court. John?
And I in closing, before we stand for questions, I just also want to make it very clear that we are going to be dogged in our pursuit of the truth. And so that means utilizing every available avenue of truth finding and accountability. So that could include convening a Ramsey County jury. It could include a federal lawsuit where we would seek that information from the federal government. I also want to make it very clear that we are not going to let this go. And what that means is that this could take a long time. And I believe that the statute of limitations in these cases can be told. And the reason why it can be told is if there's fraud or concealment done by the actors that make it difficult for us to get to the truth, then we will use every legal argument that we have to make sure that we will find what happened, find out what happened, find out the truth, have an investigation that's thorough, and then, if appropriate, seek accountability under Minnesota law. And I think, as people talked about, we have a sovereign right in this state to enforce our own laws. So thank you very much.